Every year, thousands of people start chicken farming, excited about the money they hope to make. But within a few months, many of them have already given up after losing part or all of their investment. Surprisingly, most of them didn't fail because poultry farming isn't profitable. They failed because they made mistakes before they even bought their first chick. If you're planning to start a chicken business, this series is designed to help you avoid those mistakes. Because the truth is, starting a poultry business begins with understanding the business. This is episode 1 of a complete beginner's guide to poultry farming. By the end of this series, you'll understand how to plan your business, choose the right type of chickens, manage feeding and health, keep proper records, market your products, and build a profitable poultry enterprise. But before we talk about housing, feeding, or even money, there's one question you need to answer first. Is poultry farming really the right business for you? Many people start poultry farming because they hear stories of farmers making a lot of money. What they don't hear are the stories of people who invested their savings and lost most of it within a few months. Does that mean poultry farming isn't profitable? Not at all. Poultry farming can be a very profitable business, but only when it's managed like a business. Chickens need your attention every day. They need clean water, quality feed, and proper care. If you ignore these basics, your birds will suffer, and so will your business. The good news is that none of this is complicated. You don't need to be a veterinarian or have years of experience to succeed. You simply need to learn the right things before you start and apply them consistently. Before you invest your money, it's important to understand that poultry farming is not just one type of business. There are different ways to raise chickens for profit, and choosing the right one can make a big difference in your success. Before you buy your first chick, you need to know why you're raising chickens in the first place. Your goal will determine the type of birds you should keep. To make the right choice, you should also consider factors such as market demand, feed availability, your local climate, and other conditions in your area. In general, there are 4 main types of chicken businesses. The first is layers. These are chickens raised mainly for egg production. They take several months before they start laying eggs, so you'll need to be patient. But once they reach the laying stage and are managed well, they can provide a steady source of income for a long period. The second type is broilers. These are chickens raised for meat. Broilers grow much faster than layers and are usually ready for sale within a few weeks, depending on your target market and management. This means you can recover your investment sooner. However, after selling them, you have to start another flock if you want to continue the business. The third type is dual-purpose chickens. These breeds are raised for both eggs and meat. They don't lay as many eggs as commercial layers, and they don't grow as fast as broilers, but they offer a balance between the two. They can be a good choice if you want both egg production and birds for meat from the same flock. The fourth type is indigenous or local chickens. These are popular in many areas because people often prefer their taste, and they usually sell at higher prices than commercial chickens. However, they grow more slowly and generally produce fewer eggs than dual-purpose breeds. So, which one should you choose? There isn't one answer that fits everyone. The best choice depends on your goals, your budget, your market, and how you want your business to operate. For example, if you're looking for regular income from selling eggs, layers may be the better option. If you prefer shorter production cycles and selling meat, broilers might suit you better. And if your market values local chickens and you're willing to wait longer for them to grow, indigenous chickens could be a good choice. If you want a balance between egg and meat production, dual-purpose chickens may suit you better. The important thing is to make this decision before you spend any money. Choosing the right type of poultry business from the beginning will save you a lot of time, money, and frustration later on. Now that you understand the main types of chicken businesses, the next question is one of the most common questions people ask. How much money do I need to start a chicken business? The honest answer is it depends. It depends on the type of chickens you want to raise, how many birds you plan to start with, the cost of building materials in your area, feed prices, labor costs, and many other factors. That's why you'll never hear me give one figure and say, this is the exact amount you need. But there is something much more important than the amount of money you have. Do you know what you're going to spend that money on? Many beginners make the mistake of budgeting only for the obvious things. They calculate the cost of buying chicks and building a poultry house, then assume they're ready to start. Unfortunately, that's where many of them run into problems. A chicken business has many other expenses that people often forget. For example, you'll need feeders and drinkers, you'll need feed, And feed is usually the biggest ongoing expense on a poultry farm. Depending on the age of the birds, you may also need a reliable heat source during brooding, litter material, vaccines, medications when necessary, disinfectants for biosecurity, and other essential supplies. Then, there are costs that many people don't think about until it's too late. Things like transport, electricity or fuel, water, repairs, and replacing damaged equipment. These expenses may seem small on their own, but together they can have a big impact on your budget. Another mistake is spending almost all your money before the birds even arrive. That's why it's so important to plan your finances properly before you start. Your budget shouldn't only cover getting the business started, it should also keep the business running until it begins generating income. Now, even if you choose the right type of chicken business and have enough money to get started, there are still mistakes that can make you lose money. The first mistake is starting without learning the basics. Another common mistake is poor record keeping. Many beginners also ignore biosecurity. They allow visitors to walk into the poultry house without any precautions, use dirty equipment. Finally, some people expect to become profitable over a short period of time. They get discouraged when they don't see immediate returns and give up too soon. Like any business, poultry farming takes time. The important thing to remember is that making mistakes doesn't mean you can't succeed. What matters is learning from them. You'll probably come across people on social media claiming it's easy to make huge amounts of money from chickens. While it's true that poultry farming can be very profitable, those videos rarely show the work, planning, and discipline that happen behind the scenes. Like any successful business, poultry farming has good days and challenging days. So don't focus on getting rich as quickly as possible. Instead, focus on building a healthy flock, managing your costs, keeping good records, and improving your skills with every flock you raise. This first episode was all about helping you understand what it really takes before you buy your first chick. In the next episode, we'll take the next practical step by planning your poultry business before you invest. We'll cover how to choose the right flock size, how to estimate your startup costs, and how to create a simple plan that gives your business a strong foundation. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, consider subscribing so you don't miss the rest of the series. By the end of it, you'll have a clear understanding of how to start and manage a chicken business with confidence.